Detective Castellanos?
Was that someone else's memories?
Welcome back to Let's Play The Evil Within with me, Jimenez. And was that someone else's memories? It most certainly was.
You were moaning in your sleep. Have a bad dream?
And here we are back in Safe Haven. We finally escaped the catacombs, and we find ourselves in a safe place. For now.
Let go of me! Let go of me! Let go of me! Let go of me!
Now, this is going to be Chapter 9.
Let go of me!
And I don't want to be a downer, but I absolutely hate this chapter. It is just the worst, and we will certainly get into why as we progress here. But for right now, why don't we have some fun and use our locker keys? We have a whole bunch of them. And in this one, there's going to be another locker key, and that's the way it works. You can't find every single one in the game. You will find a couple in here that will allow you to just keep unlocking. Bunch of green gel, love that. 10,000 on that one, that's huge. Oh, sniper bullets, love that. Let's get reloaded. I needed that desperately. Shotgun shells, sure, why not? Let's get loaded up. And another green gel. Yes, another 10,000. Awesome. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, all that ammunition is great. We shouldn't have any problems with this chapter. What could go wrong, right? Well, here's the thing. Your ammunition and really your life total don't matter. That being said, I'm going to use these because they're here. Because we're going to have to deal with... it's a fairly endless section where a small mistake leads to instant death. And
Let go of me! Let go of
it has a
me!
ton of looting. And the instant death means you have to do all the looting over again. It's just so obnoxious, I can't stand it. But we're gonna get through it, don't you worry. But why don't we spend some green gel right now? Alright, what do I want? I was very interested in just pumping the sniper rifle up to 100% crit chance, and it's only 8,000. Let's do it. And I kind of feel like maybe I'd like a little bit more stock. I've really frequently not been able to carry all the handgun and shotgun ammunition that I want. And we can afford 8 seconds of sprint time. Why not? So that's always useful. And let's keep going with damage for the shotgun. Why not? Actually, let's check our agony bolts. I mean, flash bolts I could make longer. That is a very reasonable thing to do. But because we have the harpoon bolts and the explosive bolts so upgraded, like, how often am I realistically going to be using flash bolts anymore? The answer is not very often. So I think we'll just stick to getting some damage. But I feel like with a 100% crit chance on our sniper rifle, boosting the damage on this really... Assuming, let's say, criticals are double damage, then 20% is actually 40%, so that seems worthwhile to me. And we can't afford more damage for our shotgun, so I guess we could just do the pistol. Why not? And then I've got 2,800. I may as well just boost up some of these real cheap ones. A little more accuracy. I have been complaining about the accuracy quite a bit. This one's only 500, sure. And we'll do the same for the shotgun. Just get some cheap ones. I have 1,800 left. Fire rate seems more important than reload time to me. Okay. Now, since I upgraded the
Let go of me! Let go of me!
stock that I can carry, why don't we just pick up some extra bullets? And I think I have some shotgun shells as well, but I might be crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. Okay. Now that we're back in the center area, we noticed that there's this new painting up here. Why don't we take a look at it?
Memories are vague things
Not that
indeed.
way. No.
It can be easy at times for memories to be distorted by others.
No.
That is why they must be cherished.
That's a very reasonable thing to say, Nurse Lady. But let's keep looking at this thing. There's a lot of bugs crawling out of there. Yikes. And now Safe Haven has transformed into this place. And why don't we pick up this newspaper?
Seen a ghost.
Estate fire. Estate fire claims children. Daughter badly wounded. Where were the parents? Children playing in barn on Victoriano estate burned in fire. Daughter 17 left in vegetative state. Source of fire undetermined. Now that is very interesting news indeed. And now before we leave, I want to check out some of these paintings because I think they're pretty sweet. This one in particular. They do a whole bunch of different takes on the Keeper safe, and it's all really awesome. We'll see more of that later for sure. And then I find this painting to be pretty interesting as well. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. The giant eye looking down on the... is that Beacon Mental Hospital? I think it is, but it's the whole town. And it's kind of looking down on this entire place that we're in right now. And then this one is going to be the lighthouse. It's all really cool and well done. That there's all these subtle touches of everything we've seen so far sort of encapsulated in these paintings that you find all around you. And we are instantly teleported to this weird black and white environment. Let's head forward.
No. Not that way. No.
And now we remember that sunflower from the cutscene right at the start. And as usual, there's going to be some stuff behind us. And so in this chapter, we're going to learn a lot about Ruvik and his past. And in a way, a lot about what's actually going on here. But we did have that big revelation in the last video. And honestly, it's probably something you've suspected all along, that where we are could be described as inside someone's head. And we'll just want to make sure we swing right around here and grab this map fragment. That'll be number 15. Oh, man. Here we go.
Wait, I've seen that house somewhere. I've never been here before, but...
And now I think what Sebastian is saying there is supposed to be kind of a double reference. It can be explained by the fact that he's sharing some of Ruvik's memories, but it also can be explained by the fact that it looks just like the Spencer mansion from Resident Evil. And while that's really cool, this mansion, I mean, I already talked about it, but The instant death in here is just so punishing because if you get touched, you have to do all the looting all over again. It's just the worst. And before we head inside, we want to shoot this goddess statue down. And I'm quite certain that during this mansion segment, we will get a look at exactly what I'm talking about. Honestly, I hope not, but I feel like it's just going to happen. And then something that always bothered me about this area is that there's no collision on these bushes. You can just kind of walk right through them. But we'll see some similar bushes a little bit later in the game, and it does have collision. It just feels like an oversight. And while I'm having a lot more fun playing this now than I did when it originally released, it's little things like that that kind of bother me. And make me feel like the game, in a lot of ways, lacks some polish. And when you have sections like this that punish any mistake with instantaneous death, start over from your checkpoint, and by the way, your checkpoint was before you picked up all that stuff. You know what? I may as well use a healing item here since there's one right there. You need a lot of polish and really tight controls to make that not feel just terrible, and this game really lacks that. In a lot of ways. But, as I've mentioned before, it also is so difficult and frustrating in a way that makes me unable to put it down. Now, I just want to make sure I'm doing a good job of looting this area, because there is a bunch of stuff in here. But I feel fairly satisfied that I found everything that I want. Maybe one handgun bullet would help. This is maybe the first time I've found this area. I didn't even know this was here. I've only played this game about 100 times, and I'm still finding new stuff. All right, I think it's time to head in the mansion. Here we go.
Hey! Stop, damn it!
And so they went through the center, and now for us to follow, we've got to switch on these three valves.
Now what?
And so what happens in here is you have a bit of a Boo haunted house kind of thing going on. So at random intervals, Ruvik is going to spawn in here. And when he does, he chases you around, and if he touches you, you die. And if you get too far away from him, he will teleport right next to you, so you want to kind of kite him around, and he can follow you anywhere in here. But if you pause at the wrong second to let him catch up, he'll teleport next to you and grab you. It's just the worst, and there is so much stuff in here, it's insane. So what I'm gonna do is keep popping back to Safe Haven and kind of save scumming it a little bit just to not lose my progress, but here we go, let's get it started. And I don't mind wrecking up the house a little bit. But there's a document here, so let's grab it. Mansion dining room note. I finally come to recognize the way, the portal to a new world. The details are all there, have been right in front of my nose. I'm appalled and incensed that I did not see them sooner. The specific process to break down a human psyche, to obliterate it and give myself free reign is so obvious. And now that I see it, now that what I have to do is in front of me, I feel as if there is nothing else I can do. I have everything I sought, everything I've lost, but I need resources. Jimenez. That cretin will finally begin to earn his keep. And yeah, I did say we are going to learn a lot about Ruvik, and we are. Alright, let's keep going. Now the thing is, if Ruvik teleports in a place like this, you're screwed. He will just get you. Now let's see if we can sneak kill this one over here. Ah, it's two of them. I might be able to sneak kill the first one. Let's see. Yeah, I got it. I'm probably going to take a hit, but... Oh, and now Ruvik teleported in, and I have an enemy in the room with me. Alright, so there he is. And if I get grabbed by that zombie there, I'm dead. And if he decides to come in here and I can't juke him, I'm dead. So I'm going to try to kite him over here. Ooh, that was close. He went for the grab. Oh, man. Okay, it's finally over. I sort of can't believe I managed to avoid him. That was, like, the most unfortunate spawn possible, and we got through it somehow. Oh. That's a huge weight off my mind. He won't spawn in for a little while now. And before we keep going, we want to shoot down this goddess statue. Maybe I can melee it? Nope. All right. I'm seriously in disbelief. I mean, I'm really happy. All right, so this is going to be the first step of the puzzle that we need to solve to open the way forward. So let's check it out.
Subject number 58, test 92A, electrode placement in M33, pain region. Ineffective. Anticipate greater results with stimulation of section F7, the consent region of the neocortex. Subject imprint, only partially successful. Individual personality traits linger.
So what we're doing here is trying to recreate his experiments, and they really went ham on making this really hard to look at and disgusting. It's pretty amazing, honestly. So it's kind of the center bottom left. So it needs to be right about here, I would say. And that worked.
Great. What did I just set in motion?
Is this, what did you call it, your inner sanctum? A research lab of your own? I am most impressed.
Why are you back? I didn't give you permission.
Come now, we're both men of science. Men of science are dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. You can show me your experiments. I can show you things.
You wouldn't like them. You'd think they're gross.
In science, one must do any number of things a layperson may find disgusting. I've done many things others would consider distasteful.
You think I'm some kind of a monster.
You concern yourself so much with your appearance. But that mind of yours, that's all that matters.
That's Marcello. Is that Ruvik with him?
And so the doctor is enabling him. And when he says, all that matters is that mind of yours, that has a double meaning that we're gonna find out about a little bit later. But for now, let's keep exploring. I'm not sure we've cleared everything this way. Let me double check here. I feel like we missed some stuff on the way in. But perhaps not. That guy is not gonna get the drop on me. All right, well, I believe that way's done then.
That looks like the same red liquid.
Yes, the same red liquid. Certainly not blood. And after that, I'm gonna hit the save room. And just make sure I don't lose any of that progress. Crimson Post newspaper clipping. Tragic fire kills child, nanny in Crimson City, February 11th, 2012. Despite KCFD's quick arrival and best efforts, a fast-spreading house fire took the lives of a young girl and her babysitter yesterday afternoon in the Park Ridge neighborhood of Crimson City. Lily Castellanos, age 5, and her babysitter, Juanita Flores, 56, were unable to escape the smoke and flames that quickly consumed the single-family home. Lily's parents, both detectives for the KCPD, rushed to the scene but were too late to save their daughter from the flames. The blaze was finally defeated by firefighters after several hours, but the home was completely destroyed. The cause of the fire is under investigation, but initial findings point to faulty electric wiring. Continued on page 8, fire. And that is another big revelation. I think we kind of saw that coming, but Sebastian lost his daughter in a fire.
I knew it.
Which is kind of a tough pill to swallow.
Don't you think you should use your green gel?
Because of all of those things we read about how happy he was and how hopeful he was. Now let's check this out. Ruben. Missing Ruben Victoriano, beloved son of wealthy Victoriano family, has not been seen since a fire at the family estate. That's Ruben. And let's check this one out. Bodies found near estate. Bodies found near countryside estate. Identification could take weeks. 4 mutilated bodies found just outside of Victoriano estate. The bodies appeared to have had various crude surgeries performed on them. Now, who do you think is responsible for that? Now, let's see. I've got 6,600 green gel and 2 keys. I guess we may as well use the keys while we're here. And let's see what we can find. If we find some green gel, we could probably go ahead and use that right away. The healing item, we won't need that. And some freeze bolts. Okay. Nothing super exciting, but we'll pick up that last one. And I don't think we need to hit the chair, but I do want to save the game so that I don't lose any of this progress, just in case I get grabbed. Because that is just the worst. I know I've said it before, but I can't say it enough. It's the worst. And with that, let's get back to the mansion. All right. Now, I feel like in order for me to not forget what to do, I'm going to go ahead and tackle this center room up top first. Because there are 5 keys in here, so it can be hard to keep track of them. Oh, the accuracy. Come on. There we go. And we're also going to find this. The lower safe dial. This old safe dial is marked with the numbers 0 through 9. And we do want to take a good look at this painting with the 2 figures on the bottom. We'll commit that to memory. Bottom safe dial is 2. All right, and that's everything I want in here. So we may as well head downstairs and take the door on the right. Now this one is a good room to keep your eye on and make sure you know how to get back to it just in case Ruvik spawns, because it's got a nice table in the middle and you can just run around in circles around this until he goes away and lets you, you know, keep playing the game. I just really am not a fan of that design. Where it's like, oh, have a spooky mansion, and you're going through and you're looting, and then this thing happens that may kill you instantaneously. And you have to start over. And all you do is just kind of run away in a circle. That's the whole thing. There's no technique to it. It's just, I don't want to harp on it too much. I just really hate this chapter. So I'm hoping that it goes very smoothly, but it never does. Couple of harpoon bolts, gotta love that. And, ooh, let's take a look at this. Mansion music room note. 2 worlds separated by a jagged chasm. Above, faceless spectators mocking the tragedy. Below, helpless victims losing everything. And that's referring to this painting, and we need to find the other side, but we already know the bottom is 2. I really hope Ruvik doesn't spawn right now. It's just this specter hanging over you the whole time. We already checked this. Okay. Is that it for this one? I think it might be. Oh, come on. Oh. See, that's the thing, is he teleports right next to you, and if you happen to let go of run, at the moment he does that, he will get you. Oh! There it is. And I'll cut back to where we were in just a sec, but I just want to point out that's why we saved like that. So let's get back to where we were before we were so rudely interrupted. So this is the room we were about to explore before we got killed unceremoniously. And it just makes you feel like every single time I pick something up, I just want to run back to the save room and save so that I don't have to do it again. And we still have to continue all the way down the hall, so let's get that done. And when that happens to you a couple of times, it's not even scary anymore, it's just really frustrating. Where you're like, great, I died for pretty much no reason, I didn't really make like a mistake. And now I just have to do all the stuff I just did over again. Anyway. I think that finishes up in here. Yeah, we may as well put that on there. Why not? And with any luck, we won't get hit with a Ruvik spawn. And now that we've finished this one, let's just go save again so we don't have to do it over. And I'll see you right back here. All right, here we are. Let's tackle this way. I could probably get this lady. There we go. Save me a few bullets. Now, there are going to be a few enemies in here, but this area is also reasonable to run away from Ruvik in. So there's a little less pressure in here. And up at the top is something that we're looking for, which is going to be the other safe dial. Let's see if I can get a bottle kill here. Yes! Totally easy. I can do that 100% of the time. Now, there's one little thing I want to show. Before we grab that, and that is this. That's a little Tango Games Easter egg. That's the game dev company that made this, Mikami's company, I believe. But let's go ahead and grab the safe dial, upper safe dial. This old safe dial is marked with the numbers 0 through 24. And up at the top, I already know how many it is, but it is 11 figures. So top 11, bottom 2. That's what we need to remember. Oh, it's Ruvik. Come on. Hopefully I can figure out where he's at. Yep, and I'm dead. All right, I think this is a good place to take a break, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.